Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 20. 120 members of the Jamaica Defense Force Disaster Response Team are on standby to render assistance to Caribbean islands affected by Hurricane Maria.
That response team can help in the maintenance of public order, can help with engineering, they can help with relief distribution, damage assessment, and whatever other need.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the pledge during an address to Parliament Tuesday. Mr. Holness says he's in contact with his counterparts in the Eastern Caribbean and stands ready to help in the recovery process. The Prime Minister says contact has also been made with multilateral and international partners who have expressed a willingness to assist. Help is also being offered to Jamaican nationals who may still be stranded in regional countries affected by recent hurricanes.
If there are Jamaicans that need airlifting, the posture of the government is that as far as possible we will try to assist. I will send out my feelers again through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to see if there are any Jamaicans still stranded there.
And Prime Minister Holness used the opportunity to urge Jamaicans to prepare for natural disasters.
In the current era, preparation cannot be too much. It is better to be safe than to be sorry, and preparation helps recovery.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett has been appointed coordinator of the United Nations World Tourism Organization's UNWTO newly formed Disaster Recovery Working Group for the affected states in the Caribbean. The program was formed as a response mechanism for member states that have been recently impacted by powerful natural disasters such as hurricanes, tropical storms, and earthquakes. Virtual meetings were proposed for some member states, among them Spain, Barbados, the United States of America, Honduras, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Haiti, Mexico, and France. At the inaugural meeting of the newly convened recovery program, heads of delegations provided an update on the state of their countries and expressed gratitude for this positive showing of solidarity for the impacted nations. Minister Bartlett said the next step would involve contacting the Caribbean Tourism Organization and the Tourism Association, followed by a UNWTO technical visit. Jamaica has taken steps to implement the requisite governance structures to increase business friendliness with the recent tabling of the Special Economic Zones regulations. The regulations are intended to drive the Special Economic Zones Act of 2016, which will see to the development, construction, regulation, administration, supervision, management, and control of special economic zones on the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the regulations do not require any affirmative resolution and will be signed by the relevant minister to become part of the law. He adds that Jamaica's transformation includes the modernization of legislation that will drive efficiency.
We have to strike the balance and ensure the required interconnectivity to drive us forward. It is this relationship, Mr. Speaker, among a range of service providers, infrastructure developers, providers of goods and technology and services that will ensure the linkages in our economy to ensure our growth and job creation success.
In other news, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says additional staff will be hired to serve the court system. Cabinet has signed off on 17 more posts, including 10 Crown Counsels for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. In addition, the number of criminal courts at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston will increase from 6 to 12.
Request has also been made, Mr. Speaker, to the Ministry of Finance for upgrading of existing posts in the courts and for additional staff to work in these courts.
Minister Chuck made the announcements in Parliament Tuesday. Mr. Chuck says until the requests have been finalized with the Finance Ministry, staff from various agencies of the Justice Ministry will be placed on secondment to the courts. The Michaelmas term of the annual judicial year began on Monday with an overwhelming number of cases to be tried. In the circuit courts across the island, there are more than 2,000 cases, with 861 serious offences in the home circuit alone. In addition, there are more than 35,000 cases in the parish courts awaiting trial. Sports Minister Olivia Grange is calling on players in the sector to capitalize on Jamaica's sport brand and carve out a niche market in the booming sports goods industry. Minister Grange made the call at the opening of the Interregional Conference on the strategic use of intellectual property in sport at the Jamaica Conference Center Tuesday. She said though the Jamaican sport brand is unquestionable, the island has not taken full advantage of it.
Jamaican sport is built on integrity, accountability, transparency, and excellence, among other principles. We should capitalize on these principles by protecting the intellectual property rights associated with our athletes and sporting institutions.
And finally, the Pesticides Control Authority, PCA, is warning Jamaicans not to purchase and use illegal pesticides. Addressing a recent JIS think tank, Registrar of the PCA, Michael Ramsey, says the authority has found that many of the substances being sold are not authentic.
We have bought a rat bait that we saw being sold that is locally manufactured illegally, and when tested in the lab there was nothing in there that could kill a rat. So the persons buying that product were only feeding the rats.
Mr. Ramsey says some of the illegal pesticides contain active ingredients that are known to be problematic. He further informed that the very popular black mosquito coils and mosquito repellent wristbands are also illegal in Jamaica, as no application for registration of the product has been received by the PCA. Labeling on all pesticides must be approved by the PCA before the necessary permission is given for sale of the product within the country. And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.